Hi, I'm Julie.
And I'm Tim, and we're from Zentologist.com. So, Julie, what are we going to cover today?
We're covering present moment. As you start diving into present moment, just a quick reminder, if this is the first time you've seen us, we have two previous videos on
The first one we did on sacred pace,
correct.
and this, just so you know, these are the multiple areas that we're going to cover in our Zentegration core program, which is, so we're abbreviating that to Zent Core. So Zentegration core, which is the core elements of how to really position yourself to be a Zentologist and somebody who can really embody the heart, mind, body, spirit elements of what we are teaching. So sacred pace is what we covered last time. So if you have missed, if this is the first video you've seen, go back. There's a couple of videos that we've done before. One is on sacred pace, and if you don't know what that is, check the video out. It'll be very interesting for you to see where we build upon. The second one is looking at how we can ground ourselves in our body. So those are the two. Living in a grounded body is the second piece, and it is really a building block program. So go back and make sure you go back and get those. Okay. So today we're going to cover the present moment.
The present moment, which is number 3 in the series of Art of Being a Zentologist. So we've mentioned present moment in the previous two.
It actually comes up in sacred pace as well.
Yes, it does. So present moment is really critical for us to do, and it's really hard to do it until you slow down. So that's why it actually shows up number 3 and not number 1. And it opens up the space for us to be present and really feel the other person, feel where we are, feel the opportunity, feel what's here right now in this moment. When you're present moment, you actually have this little gateway that goes past the mind and goes into the core essence of who you are. So you can hear your intuition, you can hear your inner voice, and start really moving with what's really you. So we'll get into this deeper, of course, in Zentegration Core with how to pull off the layers, because that is a big holdback. When we carry so many coats of things that we carry from the stuff we brought into this world with us to social, family, work, friends, partners, all this stuff that we take on that's not ours. So that's part of some of the key steps. If you're asking, how do I do this? It's all in Zentegration Core. So, you want to add anything else to that present moment?
Sure. The present moment is actually something that we would like to have you think about in the context of just being in nature. Just step outside your office, step outside your building, step outside your room, your house, your building, your apartment, wherever you are. Step out for a minute, just go for a walk. And when you're going for a walk, listen to the leaves blowing, the leaves fluttering in the wind. Listen to the wind blowing through the trees. Listen to the birds chirping. Just be in the moment and just see if you can hold that space just longer than that one moment. And it's important to be able to really understand that this is what's going on around us. We get disconnected with our bodies, we get disconnected with our time, and being in that quiet moment with yourself is really what we're talking about. And we can use that same example in many other places, but using nature as a catalyst is really easy. Just, we can do it anywhere. So that's one area. We think that having that moment just be acknowledged is the first step, but it doesn't stop there. It really goes to the next point, which is really understanding your relationship to that moment. And understanding, you can apply that. The example I said about the wind blowing through the trees, and when was the last time you sat under a tree? Maybe it was when you were a child and you just were sitting in the summer and looking up at the cloud through the leaves, and the leaves are blowing. Put that image in your head and ask yourself, where are you and where do you stand in context with that environment that you're in? And what does that mean to you? What's the significance to you? Where do you get your strength from? Do you get the strength from just being in with nature, being with your partner, in the moment? You need to see those moments and really understand where is your place in that moment.
Yeah, one other thing with present moment is when you're truly in the present moment, you're You let things go by. You're not hanging on to them. So I don't care if it's somebody just cut you off in traffic or somebody at work just till they set you back. Being present moment, you just release. You learn how to release those kinds of interruptions in your being in present moment. Fly by. Tim likes to say, just watching the trees go by, as if you're driving down the road in a car. Just imagine those things are just going by, and they're not worth your time to stop and pull yourself out of being present with yourself. So it takes, of course, training and discipline, and none of us have mastered it. But we do know, we've been there, so we know that it exists and we can get back there.
There's a tremendous amount of peace and solace you can get from tapping into those. In that example, I just want to go with it, driving in a car down the street, and you see everything. You see everything. You see the road. You see the trees. But it's really not. It's being in the moment doesn't mean just sit there and stare at the tree. It's really acknowledging the tree for what it is and what it means. But it needs to play its role, and the tree's going to go by. The next tree's going to come. It's going to go by. Don't latch on. Those trees in your lives are going to come and go. And it's really, you need to be in your center to allow yourself to be not latched on and connecting to, oh, there goes a red tree, there goes a green tree, and then be like, the dog and the ball. Well, where's the ball? Where's the ball? That's the piece you need to do, is just go back into your center, but also acknowledge that other people's stuff is going to come at you, and you're going to basically have to deal with this crap. Understand that this is not your crap. It's just stuff going by. Look, there's trees on the highway.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really in the context of don't latch on to the things that aren't relevant and they are not your stuff. So being in the present moment allows you the ability to see it from a third party perspective and see that this is not your stuff. Your stuff is something else that you will find when being in that space, and we're going to cover more of the steps in integration where you can build towards it is the true you that comes out.
So again, I think that really gives you a sense of what we're going to be diving into with the present moment aspect of the keys into getting into being the Zentologist. So this has been really exciting for us, and we look forward to seeing you. And again, we're going to put some questions here. What is your biggest question? What is your biggest pain point about trying to get in that present moment? What is your trigger? Talk about it. Write it down.
Blog about it on our site. Just let us know. We will continue to add content around these topics and build this integration program with your feedback so that it becomes much more directly relevant to your scenarios, and we'll use your examples if you allow us to share that anonymously. So thank you very much for your time, and look forward to seeing you on our next video. And Julie, what are we talking about next?
Clarity.
All right. I think we all need a little bit of that.
Yep.
In our lives.
Yep.
So on that note, good night and good day, good evening, wherever you are, and we'll see you on the next video.
Yep.
This is Tim and Julie from Zentegration.com.